Very warm welcome to the tradingmentors.com. My name is Chris. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend and welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. So this is the agenda for the next 15 to 20 minutes and I hope you're going to put your feet up and enjoy the next video which will cover the market analysis. So the first thing we're going to look at is news for this week. There's lots of news coming out this week which is going to have an impact on the US dollar. One way or the other, we don't know which way. But we will have a look at that and assess what's going to go on. The DXY, what now? Where is it going next? From this, we can analyze the US dollar and see which direction it's going next. Also, we're going to look at the futures, which futures contracts are the weakest, which ones are the strongest, to help us and guide us into profit. And also the main FX. We're going to look at all the FX pairs, or most of them, and we're going to pick the ones which have the super trends. Have a look at gold, silver and oil, and of course the indices. Congratulations this week. I know a lot of you made a lot of money in the indices this week, and at the end of the video I'll give you my best trades and the targets. Don't forget that the £200 off the advanced pro charts, the special offer finishes tomorrow, and that'll probably be it for this year, so take advantage of that. Also on the links below there are some free links there which will help you with your learning and earning. So let's cover the news for this week. But don't forget, if you're in my Telegram group, then I will notify you each day of what's going on, which is the most important, which is going to have the most high impact on your trading performance. So for tomorrow, Monday the 31st, there's retail sales coming out of Aussie at midnight. On Monday, we've got retail sales coming out of Switzerland. Retail sales coming out of Switzerland in the afternoon. Let's see what's going on in the afternoon. Not much coming out in the afternoon. Euro inflation rate in the afternoon. On Tuesday the 1st of November, the years are going so quick, aren't they? Unbelievable. Coming up to Christmas already. Let's have a look. So there's lots going on Tuesday. Swiss manufacturing PMI, S&P global manufacturing PMI, Canadian PMI, US PMI. A lot's coming out this week. That's Tuesday. Unemployment rate for New Zealand. Keep an eye on that. High impact. Now Wednesday's really important because we've got besides everything else that's coming out which could have an impact on the euro and US dollar, we have an important decision on Wednesday at 6 o'clock UK time. And this is really important because it's the Fed interest rate decision which will have an impact on the US dollar either way. Will be risk on or will be risk off. This is the catalyst of what's going to happen for the next, couple of months heading into the new year. So the interest rate consensus is going up to 4%. So we could see a massive change there. So that's the big one. So we're probably not going to, definitely not going to trade the US dollar until we get that information. And the midweek video analysis, which I do for Telegram members, I won't do until this has come in. So I'll probably film it about 7 o'clock in the evening once markets settle down and see where we go next. Just to keep you informed, just to keep you ahead of the game, just to make sure that you're profiting and your performance is getting better and better and better. So Thursday, Canadian balance of trade, high impact. US balance of trade, high impact. Initial jobless claims on Thursday, high impact. And of course on Friday, first Friday of every month, it's non-farm payroll as well. So there's lots of stuff going on. So let's have a look at the charts as they stand now to see where the opportunities are for the next few days. So for those traders who have just popped in to see my YouTube video, you're more than welcome and thank you for popping in to see me. And so this is the order of play if we haven't seen it before. We go to the DXY, which is at the top. Then we go into the futures contracts, which gives us a heads up as to what the big dogs are doing, where the institutions are putting their money. Then we go into the indices, and then we go on to the FX pairs, gold, silver, oil, etc. So this is the DXY. This gives us an indication of where the US dollar is going in the next few days, in the next few weeks. And as we've seen for the past few weeks, as I mentioned in last week's video, is that the markets were going to be very mixed, and they continue that way. We can see that the price of the US dollar index has gone up and down like a yo-yo. It is certainly not trending in any direction yet, unlike the previous months in August and September. So let's see where it goes next. So now we can see the price come down to 110.66, finished on Friday, and now hitting the support area and a double bottom as well. So the indications are that we're going to see this DXY back into the uptrend. Get my words out. Once it's sorted itself out and started to move up, it will probably move sideways, and we'll have consolidation going on in the next few days, heading into Wednesday when we get the Fed interest rate decision. Once we get the Fed interest rate decision, we can see where it's going. But for now, the trend is still up because of this channel. It's just hitting the lower of this channel, and this is simply a correction so far. And the target for this week is 114.8. Euro futures. This, as you can see, is in a clear downtrend. All this is a correction. Again, what's likely to happen, we're going to see this price move sideways for a little while. Once it's established itself, highly likely to fall back down to 0.9589. We've seen some strength in sterling in the last week or so, and it's continued. It was in a range, and now it's broken out in the last couple of days. So we could see strength in sterling, and the target for this is 6280.4. Yen is currently correcting itself. We've had a big fall in the last few months, and we've maximized that, and hopefully you have as well. Whenever we get a continuation of a trend, we tend to find that it all stays red. Once we get the sell signal, it stays that way. And as long as it stays below the black line and in a parabolic trend, then that is really highly significant, and the continuation is likely. What we're seeing now is the price having the correction back up to the black line, but not gone above it. This is significant, and also it is now hitting a resistance area here. You can see that red line there. That is strong resistance. Now it could gain strength, go up to the Fibonacci 0.618 here to the top of this channel, but my gut feeling is we're going to see this roll over and the weakness of the yen to continue into record lows. On to Canadian futures, and we can see that there's some strength here. It's moved up, we've got a buy signal, and it's moved up above the black line, which is significant. However, it's now achieved in a double top, or several tops here, so we could see this roll over, but mixed at the moment. As I mentioned last week, we've got a double bottom on the Swiss franc futures. As you can see, we've had a slight bounce, but nothing significant from there, so we're likely to see a little bit of a weakness in here, coming down to the bottom of this and moving back up again, but we need clarification first, so mixed. On to gold futures. Well, as I said last week, the price of gold has been up and down, and there's no real sense of direction in terms of position trade. Of course, you could scalp it. The advanced pro charts is very good at scalping gold and makes a lot of money, but in terms of position trading, there is nothing here to be had at the moment. What we need to see is a breakout down below this blue line in order to sell, or we need to see a break above the parabolic trends to go back up again. But at the moment, gold is mixed. Aussie futures, and as we can see here, we've got some strength, another correction back up to this level here, a double top, and we're probably going to see this roll over. If it does break above this area, then we're going to see a stronger Aussie, but we have to wait and see. and I'll update you on this as time goes on. Onto the indices, and as we saw with the trend, once we get all the buyers in, once we get a buy signal, once it moves above the black line, once we get a parabolic trend, then this price is moving up. And it hit our target of 32,659, so congratulations to you guys if you got that. And we had all the buys in, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everyone was buying it, everything is green, and we had the buy signal on the 18th of October. Now, well, we have to wait and see now. It much depends on the news coming out this week. Aussie 200 index, we've got the buyers in. We've got a buy signal above the black line, and the buyers are all in, as you can see. And we have a target for this week of 7122.00. The Nasdaq is getting ready for a move higher, but I think there needs to be a little bit of correction here first. It's waiting for confirmation, really, in other words. As we can see, we have all the buys in, but there's one seller here. So we need to see all the buyers in. Once we get that, then we will be going long. But I really need to see a break of this level here. I draw a line there. I need to see a break here. So that's the order block where the sellers are coming in. But I'm actually looking to buy this above into this area here in the next few days, probably after Wednesday. You could have also bought the German DAX. If you did, congratulations. We had all the buys in. We had a buy signal at the bottom of this trend channel. It moved above the black line in a parabolic trend, and it's gone up to the resistance area here. Now it's possibly moving into a wave 4 and may roll over and start to move down, but too early to say for that. We need confirmation. We need to break down first. All the buys are in for the S&P 500, and let me just show you what that looks like. So as long as we get all the buys in and they stay in, then we'll be staying in with them, of course. We have to be tolerant. Remember, our stop is going to be much wider than the ATR. The ATR, the average true range, is the key to success. Because if you have a stop of 50 pips, let's say, within the ATR, then the chance of you being stopped out are about 90%. If you have a stop of 150 pips, the chance of you being stopped out are about 10%. So it keeps you safe and it keeps you in the trade much longer, allowing for the noise. We're not bothered about the noise. It doesn't really matter what goes on. But all the buys are in, and we expect this to move higher. It's now got support here on this line as well. As long as the price stays above this support area, as you can see, this blue line, then the price will continue up. A breakdown of that support line, then of course it may well roll over and we'll just exit for a small profit or whatever it might be. In terms of silver, well, price is currently 19.22, so as long as it stays above that, then that's fine. We can see that all the buys are in, everything's green, and as long as the support price remains above 19.22, which is the black line, which is this line here, acting as support, then there's no reason why it shouldn't move to 20.80. On to oil. This is showing a little bit of strength, as you probably well know. Current price $88.94. This is West Texas oil. Now, if the strength is going to continue, it's starting to make a parabolic trend, potentially with lots of support, then it could target $93.8 this week. However, it's in a downtrend, as you can see, and it's hitting this really important resistance area as well at the same time. So it seems to be consolidating more than anything else, and there's probably a 50-50 chance of it going up and a 50-50 chance of it going down. Talk about hedging your bets. But it's what the charts are telling us. We can't go by anything else. We don't have a crystal ball. So the charts tell us that it's going to either break down or it's going to continue upwards. So we'll have to wait and see. As I said earlier, the gold futures are mixed, to say the least, and so is gold US dollar. But the target for this week is 1620.5. As long as it stays within this area, it's likely to bounce down to this bottom area again before it makes the bigger move back up to 1730. Onto pound US dollar, and we're seeing this price now move back up to the resistance area and moving into potentially a wave 4, which is a very big move. However, the price has been strong, and this is based upon a stronger US dollar DXY in the coming days after Wednesday. So in the event that the DXY starts to shoot up, then of course this will shoot down in correlation with that, and the first target is 1.0930, and then down to wave 5, which is 0.9985. Similar situation for the euro dollar. As you can see, the same kind of pattern, and these predictions are based upon, again, a stronger DXY, a stronger dollar after Wednesday. And I will give you some heads up on my favorite trades in the next few minutes, because there are some getting ready before that, and I think will be ready in the next few hours, in fact. So if you're trading the Asian session on Sunday, it's a good opportunity, I think. So euro dollar, we expect this to stay within this range and roll over, and the target for this week is 0.9625. As I mentioned earlier, the yen, in my opinion, is going to continue its weakness, and if the dollar continues its strength, then the US yen is going to get stronger. Makes sense, doesn't it? Now you can see that the price is now moved back down to this strong support area. You see these blue lines are automatically drawn on the Advanced Pro charts. If you want the Advanced Pro charts, then the offer ends tomorrow, 31st of November. So if you want to get £200 off, then why not? So what we're waiting for now is, after Wednesday, of course, it's a US dollar dominant and a yen dominant, of course. So a weaker yen will push this higher, and a strong dollar will push this higher. Our first target for this week is 151.80, but could go higher. US Canadian is consolidating. It's pulled down to 135, which is a strong support area, and bounced off that. Now it's caused a wedge formation, which I like to see. A wedge formation just confirms that the price is likely to remain consolidated for a while, but it means also there's going to be a breakout. Either the downside or the upside, we don't mind. But if we're going to see a stronger dollar after Wednesday, then of course we're going to see a breakout of this wedge here, where we're going, and the target for this week is 1.3990. Aussie USD. We can see that the price is pushed up above the black line, which indicates strength. So this could continue, but I'm not totally convinced, to be fair. It's in a strong downtrend. It could push up higher to 0.6540, or even a little bit higher than that if it wants to. But nonetheless, I expect this to roll over. And again, it's based upon a stronger US dollar coming up in the next few days. And target for this week is 0.6110. I'm just going to come on to shortly the red hot trades, which are ready for the morning, or as early as you can, really. And I'm going to come to those any second. Now, before I do, this is the New Zealand Swiss. This has now hit a very strong resistance area, and on the Elliott Wave software, it's showing a wave 4, which is highly significant. So the target for this week is 0.5400. Now the euro yen is in an uptrend, as you can tell here. It's high on the range, but there seems to be a lot of strength in the euro at the moment. So we could see a breakout here, and the target for 151.62 could happen overnight. Now, despite there being negative divergence on the pound yen, this is showing a lot of strength thanks to sterling. And if the yen rolls over and continues its weakness, then this could move big. But the target for this week is 142.42. And I'll just jump onto the 4-hour chart so you can see what that looks like. We've actually got a fresh buy signal here on the software. And as you can see, once we get a buy signal, the pound yen is very, very strong. So we had a buy signal late Friday. And of course, that's a good time to get in. So the target is 174.42 would be the first target. From Chris here at the Trading Mentors, have a wonderful day. Don't forget, if you want to ask me any questions, just send me a DM in Telegram or comments in YouTube, wherever you want to send a message. I'll answer them as soon as I can.